Ash Girl, based on Cinderella. They said she was kind once, before her voice got quiet, before the soot smudged her skin, before she learned to hold back tears like you hold back a scream in the middle of the night. Her name was Ella, and she had a mother who sang to her even when her skin turned yellow and her bones showed through. The last thing her mother ever said was, "Plant me in the yard, Hazelwood, and water me with your tears, not your father's. Men's grief dries too fast." So she buried her with her bare hands, dug until her fingernails cracked. She planted the branch her mother had once touched, and something unnatural bloomed. By the end of that first winter, a hazel tree had grown, crooked and strange, the bark dark as dried blood. Birds came to it. Not normal birds. White ones, silent, watching. Ella visited it every morning, knelt in the snow, cried until the roots were soaked. The tree began to whisper. It knew her name, but it called her something else. Ash Girl. Her father remarried. A widow with 2 daughters who smelled like powdered sugar and rot. They moved in like a fog, quiet at first, then loud. Breaking things, rules, breaking her. They took her bedroom, then her clothes, then her name. They laughed as they gave her rags and told her to sleep near the fire, like a mud. Her father, he was there, but also not, always away, always distracted. A ghost in his own house. Ash Girl didn't scream. Screaming got you hit. She learned to live in small places, the corners of rooms, the shadows behind doors, the cold ashes of the hearth. But she kept visiting the grave, kept whispering her wants to the tree that listened. One day, she asked for hope, not much, not even happiness, just a way out. The white bird perched high on the tree and dropped something from its beak, a dress that shimmered like spilled moonlight, and slippers made of gold, not glass, heavy, real, the kind you could walk into fire wearing. The voice in the wind said only, 3 nights, be seen, then choose. She didn't understand what it meant. Not then, but her hands shook as she held the dress. She hid it under the floorboards. Her real self, buried like a secret. The king's herald came to town, a royal ball, 3 nights. The prince would choose a bride. Her stepmother shrieked with excitement. The sisters preened, painted their mouths red, and sharpened their smiles. Ash Girl begged to go. They laughed. You? You'll frighten the guests. She cleaned their dresses until her fingers bled. Then, when they left, she ran to the tree. She wore the gown of stars, and when she walked into the ballroom, the music stopped. The prince saw her and stared like he'd seen the future, and it terrified him. He danced with her once, then again, then all night, but she left before midnight, slipped away like a dream that won't stay. The second night was worse. He was obsessed now. Gripped her wrist tighter. Tried to follow. She vanished again. The third night, he smeared pitch on the stairs like a hunter laying a trap. Her foot stuck. She left the golden slipper behind, heart hammering. He picked it up slowly, whispering to himself, I'll find you. Even if I have to cut every foot in this damn kingdom to make it fit. He went door to door with the slipper. The first sister sliced off her toes in the back room, clenched her jaw, and hobbled out smiling. The shoe filled with blood. The prince didn't notice. Until the bird from the hazel tree screamed, There's blood in the shoe. She is false. This bride is not true. He looked down, saw the red, and his face twisted. The second sister carved off her heel, tried to limp past the pain. But the blood soaked through her stocking. Again, the bird shrieked. Again, the prince turned pale. He came back, breathing hard. Demanded if there were any other daughters in the house. The stepmother tried to lie, said no, then said, well, a maid. Filthy, not worth seeing. Ash Girl was called up, barefoot, still dusted with ash. She slid the slipper on. It fit like it remembered her. They married in the palace garden, beneath black drapes and cold starlight. The stepsisters came in velvet gowns, pretending sweetness. They stood close to the bride, whispering, "We're family now. We can forget the past." The birds didn't forget. They flew down from the hazel tree. One pecked out the left eye of the first sister. The other pecked out the right eye of the second. As they screamed, blind and bleeding, Ash Girl didn't flinch. She didn't look away. She didn't smile either. She wears gold now, eats from silver, sleeps on feathers, but she still visits the grave, still speaks to the tree. No one knows what she says, but they say the tree is taller now. They say the white bird stays longer. And they say she never cries anymore because some girls get saved. And some girls save themselves.